According to the Department of Veterans Affairs, more than 1.5 million veterans live in Florida. And for years now, questions have surfaced about the quality of care provided at the VA, especially in the wake of wait time issues at some hospitals across the country. But an emerging problem is the aging infrastructure at hospitals and clinics run by the VA. Our Washington correspondent Joe St. George has a closer look at the problem and the new effort in Congress to fix it.
Our veterans, their sacrifice is part of our nation's story. But what is the state of health care for veterans? For that, you must look to the Department of Veterans Affairs. According to the latest figures, 9 million Americans are enrolled in VA health care. There are more than 1,200 VA hospitals and clinics nationwide. But when you talk to experts, there's an emerging problem with the infrastructure of many facilities.
Many of these were built almost 50 years ago on average.
Carrie Farmer is a veterans policy analyst with the RAND Corporation, a nonprofit, nonpartisan research group. She says many VA buildings are old. In fact, a study by RAND found the average VA medical facility is 5 times older than the average age of a not-for-profit hospital building. Farmer tells us old buildings, not surprisingly, create problems and delays in care. Women veterans have been particularly impacted.
The pace of healthcare technology is great. And so these buildings need upgrades to keep up with that technology. When these buildings were built, there were very few women veterans. And now women are making up an increasingly larger share. Women do have specific health needs that men don't have.
In fact, this 2017 study in women's health issues found 26% of female veterans feeling uncomfortable at a VA facility. Separate studies by RAND have found doctors reporting issues with treating traumatic brain injury simply because the building they're in can't handle new technology or techniques. This issue, part of the massive multi-trillion-dollar spending proposal and debate on Capitol Hill. The Senate budget resolution includes $18 billion for infrastructure upgrades at VA facilities. Democrats want to raise taxes on higher income earners in order to pay for it. Republicans have suggested the spending is way too much and are opposed. Currently, the Department of Veterans Affairs is beginning a separate process of identifying where the upgrades are needed the most, so it's not exactly clear when patients will see an immediate change in their care. The Department of Veterans Affairs, throughout its history, has had some issues with spending taxpayer money efficiently. We were curious what's in place now to make sure the billions of proposed dollars aren't wasted. For instance, a newly built VA hospital in Aurora, Colorado was more than $1 billion over budget when it opened in 2018. But since then, new laws have passed banning the VA from overseeing projects of that size and scope. Instead, other government agencies with better experience, like the Corps of Engineers, will take the lead. The fight over money will dominate politics on Capitol Hill for much of the fall. Both the House and the Senate are out of Washington this week. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.